These reforms include the new authority for our government to set binding priorities on school boards that focus on boosting student achievement focused on reading, writing and math. This sends a clear signal to Ontario's school boards. We've listened to the priorities of parents, putting common sense at the center of our education system. To improve school board transparency, school board plans will be benchmarked against system-wide performance indicators. I am confident that this first set of measures will better focus Ontario schools on student achievement, offer greater accountability and transparency to families, improve safety and create more opportunities to hire highly qualified teacher candidates to support student success. July 30, 2023 – Education.
Greetings, my name is DOL. I'm a precision machinist with over 15 years experience in robotics and AI automation, specialized in sustainable manufacturing and climate solutions. I coach women through technical and vocational education and skills training to become highly qualified personnel in STEM. DOL.STUDIO presents Sourcing Smart and Green Products and People globally.
The Ontario News Weekly Wrap-Up Year 23 Week 31 information from the Open Government Newsroom, courtesy of King's Printer for Ontario, 2023. Statement: Ontario attracting investments to build a resilient economy. Toronto, Vic Fedeli, Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade, issued the following statement on today's monthly employment release by Statistics Canada, which showed that while jobs in Ontario decreased in July 2023, the manufacturing sector saw an increase of 7,800 jobs. Through our $140 million regional development program, we're also helping local manufacturers invest in the talent and equipment needed to expand and increase their competitiveness. Last month alone, we welcomed over $118 million in investments by Siltec Corporation and BreadSource Corporation to expand and create 64 new jobs. Our government's targeted and responsible plan is creating more opportunities for people and businesses today, while laying the foundation for tomorrow. No matter what the future may hold, Ontario will be ready with our plan to build a resilient economy and a stronger Ontario. August 4, 2023 – Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade Bulletin. Ontario protecting shorelines on Georgian Bay. The Ontario government is safeguarding shorelines by ensuring work is not being done on waterfronts without proper permits. August 4, 2023 – Natural Resources and Forestry News Release. Ontario and Nunavut honor deep-rooted partnership with new agreement. Toronto, Nunavut Premier PJ Akiagok and Ontario Premier Doug Ford today signed a Memorandum of Understanding to deepen cooperation on a wide range of joint priorities, including healthcare, transportation, infrastructure and Indigenous relations. August 3, 2023 – Office of the Premier News Release. Governments bolstering food supply system. Aylmer, the governments of Canada and Ontario are investing up to $7.5 million through the Sustainable Canadian Agricultural Partnership to help eligible agri-food businesses and contributors enhance their biosecurity measures to support animal and plant health and food safety. August 2, 2023 – Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs News Release. Ontario breaks ground on long-term care home in First Nation community Tyendinaga Mohawk Territory. Construction is underway on a new elder care home to be operated by the Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte in Tyendinaga Mohawk Territory, a First Nation community on the shore of the Bay of Quinte. This is part of the Ontario government's $6.4 billion commitment to build more than 30,000 new beds by 2028 and 28,000 upgraded long-term care beds across the province. August 2, 2023. Long-term care news release. Ontario breaks ground on long-term care home in Greater Napanee. Construction is underway at Village Green, a redeveloped long-term care home in Lennox and Addington County. This is part of the Ontario government's $6.4 billion commitment to build more than 30,000 new beds by 2028 and 28,000 upgraded long-term care beds across the province. August 2, 2023. Long-term care news release. Canada and Ontario increasing access to high-speed internet service in the town of Caledon and Dufferin County. Town of Caledon. The governments of Canada and Ontario are investing more than $3.6 million to bring reliable high-speed internet to 964 families, farms, and businesses in the town of Caledon and Dufferin County. August 1, 2023. Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs News Release. Ontario launching new Indian Residential School Community Engagement Fund. Toronto. The Ontario government is continuing to take action to support Indigenous communities in the province by launching the $7.1 million Indian Residential School Community Engagement Fund. The new fund will enable additional communities and organizations to support survivors and their families impacted by ongoing burial investigations at former residential schools. Funding can be used for mental health and addictions supports, research and public education. July 31, 2023. Indigenous Affairs News Release. Ontario establishes first new conservation reserve in over 10 years. Prince Edward County. The Ontario government has created the province's first new conservation reserve in over 10 years. The Monarch Point Conservation Reserve will protect nearly 4,000 acres along the south shores of Prince Edward County, an area nearly 5 times the size of the Toronto Islands. July 31, 2023. Environment, Conservation and Parks Statement. Ontario delivering on Back to Basics commitment to parents. Toronto. Today, Stephen Leckie, Minister of Education, issued the following statement. Today, our government implemented the first set of regulations following the passage of the Better Schools and Student Outcomes Act. These new measures will focus on getting back to the basics of education, strengthening reading, writing and math, and other STEM disciplines. We are following through on our commitment to parents through new measures that will better refocus school boards on academic achievement and the development of life and job skills. These reforms include the new authority for our government to set binding priorities on school boards that focus on boosting student achievement focused on reading, writing and math. This sends a clear signal to Ontario's school boards. We've listened to the priorities of parents, putting common sense at the center of our education system. To improve school board transparency, school board plans will be benchmarked against system-wide performance indicators. I am confident that this first set of measures will better focus Ontario schools on student achievement, offer greater accountability and transparency to families, improve safety and create more opportunities to hire highly qualified teacher candidates to support student success. July 30th, 2023-Education.
Show some love with a like and share. Connect with us at DOL.STUDIO on social media. We want to hear from you. Subscribe for more local news, business insights, investment trends, and infrastructure developments. This podcast was sponsored by #WithLove Inc. community organization. All things done, #WithLove. Sourcing smart and green products and people globally.